Alright boys, you've tuned in to watch me get the 20Gs running. We'll call it Thing 1 and Thing 2, and since Thing 2 is on the back, we'll start with it. First step here, I'm going to get them untied, and I may roll them off the trailer because I mainly need my trailer cleared off today for some other mowing activities, but if I can get one of these running, I'll take it up with me maybe and just see how it goes. So alright, I'll bring you guys back for some diagnosing, especially these G-Series electrical systems. I'm already not looking forward to this, but here we go. Alright boys, I've been doing some checking, and it appears like the key switch is bad, because I can get it to crank over going direct to the trigger wire of the solenoid. It'll crank over. So, I guess with that being said, let's see if it'll start. Because before this was how I had it running over at his place for a second. So apparently the throttle linkage is stuck, or the governor is stuck. Great. Plus the throttle's backwards. Sounded like she was wide open there. Throttle's stuck. Who knows, bouncing on the trailer. This thing may have not been on a trailer in years too. At least we know it'll start up and run. Alright, so see if we can just do this redneck style here. Go pocket pliers, see how tight it is. Ooh, I'm gonna need my other hand. Hold on. Hey, there we go. Yeah. It's alright to be a redneck. So push the breather hose down through without slicing your finger. Very nice. There we go. So that throttle is wide open. It is really wide open. Okay. So this isn't adjusted right, I don't think. I think the throttle cable needs to slid down. Alright, hold on a second. Let me get a socket and slide that down. Oh yeah, that thing. So right now, technically the motor, is off. It should be pulling full throttle. I'm not going to be able to show you guys this. So what I did is I slid the cable down. I do have this thing at idle, right? Yeah. And so this is a lot closer to the throttle stop. So try it again, I guess. See what kind of shenanigans we get now. I would like for it to just sit here and run. Just idle would be awesome, actually. So, take two. Out of fuel. Much better. as of right now, I just need a key switch. The battery is not charging. Amp gauge reflects that. Now it's charging. I think it's just not charging at idle, but yeah, because there's 12.67. Alright, let me look and see where the smoke's coming from back here. Just off the exhaust. Alright. So, I guess, let me put the seat pan down. Start wire. Toss my good meter to the side so it don't get cut up. Let's see, do the hydraulics work? Aha! Hydraulic lift works. Let's see if the deck spins. Alright, it spins yet. But it's going to need a lot of adjustments. Alright, let's go drive this back to the shop. I wonder if this style 60 will actually fit up in the shop. I was waiting for that to happen. So I got first gear. We got low range. Got high. Third gear works. I want to adjust this PTO and check the transmission oil before I do much more. I am truly curious though to know if this will go up in the shop. If I would have cleaned it out, yeah, it'll go right up in. Yeah, this style 60 will fit in the shop. Okay, so with a little bit of work, this tractor seems like it'll be good. The deck's not real noisy or nothing. Brakes seem like they work. The brake lock, however, does not, because it is missing. Heh. Alright, I might have one of those. I'll have to look around. I think I can fix it. Okay. So for right now, that's the 87 getting it running. So I need a key switch is what I need. Okay. I'll have to order a key switch. I might have one for this, because this actually takes the... Even though, and I'm just going to tell you guys this ahead of time, even though this is a Magnum motor with an ignition module, this uses a 12-volt relay in order to ground the ignition module out. That's this right here at my fingertips. That is actually what shuts the tractor off and grounds it. So it actually uses a battery ignition because it puts power to that in order to make it work. So this one checks out pretty good. On to the next one. Next one I gotta at least change the oil first. A lot of gas in it. Alright boys and girls, the mid-90s 20G here. What I do know about this is I do believe this should have been a foot pedal tractor. It was converted back to hand clutch. And this tractor, it was hydro locked whenever we tried to turn it over up there. We took the spark plugs out and got it to turn over. So I'm going to drain the oil before I try and run it. I do notice the fuel filter is on backwards, which that is what it is. And basically I'm going to go from there. But it did run otherwise. So I'll start with draining the oil, see what we get. Put you guys up on the stand here when I get the plug broke loose. Alright guys, I'm going to see if I got the right size 8-point socket here. I do. I only have a couple 8-point sockets, but they are nice to have for stuff like this. Let's see how tight the guy made this, because this is a taper pipe plug, so well, apparently he had trouble with it, so it's not super tight. So this motor should be extra clean on the inside here. Pure gasoline almost. There, I got some oil. My puppy is not happy I'm not paying attention to her. See, that's really still watered down oil. So I'm just going to drain it for the moment, just because I don't have a filter. I'm not going to change it. But yeah, I'm going to put some fresh oil in this thing and run it off the trailer. And I think it just needs more gas to it, or it could even be the oil so thin it was shutting it down. Anybody else got a dog that sounds like a hyena? Maybe a weird chimpanzee? I got one. Poodle, anybody wants it. And you're local to me. I am kind of serious. Alright. Let this sit and drain for a while and I'll come back to you guys. I don't need to show you guys putting oil in the motor. I think everybody can handle that. Wish you guys could smell the gas smell. Alright boys, I got the oil changed. I did end up putting the fuel shut off in this thing. I put some more gas in it now, so let's just see if it'll fire up. Hey, make sure it's out of gear. Oh, the brake lock's going off this one too. So I'm pretty sure all the gas drained out of this carburetor, and that's why we got no Puma. Ooh, brand new air filter. Wow. Move that so the exhaust isn't blowing on it. Way too much. Perfect. All right. Maybe that'll be enough to coax some fuel down from the tank. This is a top siphon tank. Still not getting fuel down there. Should be pulling fuel. I put a good bit in the tank. There's some gas in the filter now. One more time. They're not quite pulling fuel yet. One more try. If this don't work, I'll try something else. It sat and run at dude's place there that night for a little bit. It doesn't look like it's pulling fuel. Let me try filling up the fuel filter and the fuel pump and see if I can get it to start pulling fuel. Alright boys, I filled the line up the fuel pump with gas. I'll try nursing it here for a little while, see if I can get it to run. gonna let this thing sit and run and smoke all the oil and stuff out of the muffler. That's what it needs. I'm gonna go get me a compressor and pump up the front tires. I'm gonna have to jack it up. The one's off the beat a little bit. Probably been 15 or 20 minutes since the last clip. We burned all the oil out of the muffler. I still see a little bit on the end of the tailpipe down there, but it's not smoking anymore. That's good. I got the tires aired up. I did notice one thing while I was walking around here. I forgot the lug nuts. There's only two holding the wheel on. So I'm going to drive this off the trailer and go back to the barn, and I'm going to do some more wrenching and fine tuning on these before I go mow with them, but I think we got some usable machines here. I hope so, anyhow. Let's go for a ride. Hopefully not a wild ride, just a ride. I should have put some more air in the left front. Come on, keep rolling. There you go. Wee little doggy. Run over my air hose as long as I don't mow up my air hose. Let's clutch is really set loose on this. See if the electric lift works. Oh, by George, it does. Alright, engage the deck. This deck is noisier, but it does work. One thing I did notice, that spindle shaft really wobbles around over there. That's interesting. Still smokes a little bit, but that muffler, until you get it really hot, it takes a long time for them to finish smoking out. So, alright, shut it off, see if it'll backfire. Everybody watch your ears. Alright, I think we're good. So, all in all, doing okay. I got some stuff to investigate. Apparently this left side is going to be the troublesome side on this thing. Because those wheel bolts are just not going to cut it. I got to look at that spindle shaft now and see what's bent. Oh, darn it. Okay. So I'm going to adjust the PTO clutches on both of these. I got to put the air filter back together for this one, but I want to monkey with the governor linkage and see how the throttle works on it. And key switch, I may try and clean the connections, because it seemed like it was putting juice up there, but not enough. I even jumped the PTO switch on this, thinking maybe that was it, but it doesn't seem to be. So, alright guys, for the moment, that's going to be the brief session of getting these to run, and at least function enough to get off the trailer. So later on, hopefully we'll get them good enough we can go and mow. But I'm not going to hold my breath, because I have a feeling that spindle is going to be a showstopper. Just a hunch I got. So, alright. Later, guys. So going with the common theme of these tractors, and everything on the left side is screwed up. That's nice. I think I mentioned that spindle appears to be bent. Now, how the heck you bend that spindle shaft, but it is. Lug nuts were loose, I tightened those. What else? I don't know. Seems to be about it thus far, but I'm betting. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Just wasn't tight. It's missing the hubcap too. So, I don't know. I just put it together good enough for right now. I want to mow with it a minute. You know? You know.